everyone. Welcome to our next podcast. We are excited to be part of the podcast Tasting Arcadia. I'm Kara McNair, the CEO of the Arcadia Chamber of Commerce. And the goal of our podcast is for you to get to know some wonderful places to eat, beautiful restaurants throughout Arcadia and the San Gabriel Valley. These will also be restaurants that will be part of Taste of Arcadia. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, please go to tasteofarcadia.com. You'll be able to buy your tickets and see all of the food, drink vendors, businesses that will be there. Today, we have the wonderful Meridien Hotel staff that is going to share with us a little bit about them and some of this wonderful food that we have in front of us. If you're not watching a video, you cannot believe all the food that's sitting in front of us. We were just talking about how beautiful it is and that we should not have eaten all day long so that we can see this. So the food in front of us is prepared by Chef Gabe. Chef Gabe is part of the restaurant Mélange at the Meridien Hotel. If you've driven by the hotel and not gone in, shame on you. Stop your car right now. Go inside. There's also a wonderful bar, Longitude 118, that has some of these great things that we'll share with us. So welcome both. We have Tess and Chef Gabe. Welcome, Chef Gabe.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
I love the spirit, Tess. Way to bring it. So in front of us, we have some wonderful food that I just found out that you guys have brunch, right? And some of these are the favorites on brunch. Chef Gabe, why don't you share a little bit about what the food we have in front of us?
Well, not only do we have brunch, but we have 7-day-a-week brunch. Monday through Friday is a kind of a limited brunch menu, and Saturday and Sunday you'll get the full effect then. But the two items that we have now are pretty much, well, they're on both all day brunch and our weekend brunch. So I'll start off with our bento. It's a take on a traditional Japanese breakfast. It comes served with a piece of seared salmon, some miso soup, assorted Japanese pickles, and some cold tofu and some dashi and a little bit of nori on top. I would have brought the rice, but I forgot it.
It's okay. I feel like we have plenty in front of us.
Yeah, no. So that's the bento, and then we have a staple that's been here from day one is the Nutella stuffed French toast rolls. What we do is we cut the ends off the bread and we slather it with Nutella inside. Put a piece of banana, roll it up, dip it in the French toast mix, and then we griddle it off until perfection. We serve it with some caramelized bananas, a little bit of chocolate syrup, and some berry sauce and assorted berries.
Chef, I am amazed that you thought to roll it like French toast. I never thought. Roll it on up.
Yeah, no. We've got to think outside the box to keep people coming back.
That's smart. I'm like, gosh, you can even have that to go.
Yes.
That looks delicious. And we were talking about if it's your sweet tooth at breakfast time, this is a thing for you.
The one.
Definitely at brunch.
Yeah,
now,
if you got kids, bring them.
It's their favorite. I feel like, yeah, they would definitely be excited to come to brunch with that. It looks like we have a salad in front of us also. Is that served at brunch?
Yes, as well as it's on our all-day menu as well. It's a classic Caesar, but we do put a little twist on it. We use crispy rice on top. We get like the sizzling rice patties, deep fry them and crumble them up and use them as croutons in place of bread. The Caesar is a house-made Caesar dressing from scratch, and the freshest romaine, and right now tomatoes, you can't go wrong. It's tomato season, so we got some farmers market heirloom tomatoes on there as well.
The tomatoes look beautiful, and I am not a tomato fan, so the fact that I feel like they're beautiful tomatoes means a lot. It's great to know that they're farm fresh too. They look delicious. So we also have some appetizers that speaking of crispy rice.
Speaking of crispy rice, yes.
Right.
Well, we have some salmon on this one. It's not broken up, but it is what we do is we get the rice, we press it down and cut them out one by one patties. This is a creation by our sous chef Sean Moon. Pretty much we press up at the patties, drop them into the deep fryer, get them crispy, and then we top it off with some spicy salmon, some salmon roe, a little bit of avocado mousse, some green onion, and some microgreens.
Wow, that does look delicious. Any time of the day. It just, it could be even late at night. It feels like that would be a great snack appetizer to have.
Definitely fun, shareable.
Oh, good. Okay, now I see a drink before we go on to the next step. There is a drink that is in front of us. It is icy cold, looks delicious, has a dried lime on top. Why don't you tell us, Tess, a little bit about this drink?
So the drink is a break maiden. All of our drinks at Longitude 118 have a reference to the racetrack. So a lot of the names to the cocktails have a racetrack reference. This one's a break maiden, which means the first horse that wins a race, correct?
Sounds right.
Yes. So it has Tito's vodka, aloe, and apricot liqueur with a freshly pressed cucumber juice that we do at the bar. The bartenders press the juice weekly, probably. It's one of the staple drinks that's been on the menu since opening. So we're going to keep it on and keep on pushing that drink because it's one of those drinks that it's a refresher. People go for it. And you'll definitely get to taste it at Taste of Arcadia. So that's one of the ones that you can guarantee that will be there.
I love that because Taste of Arcadia this year is on a Saturday and it's in the afternoon. So having a refreshing drink like this to be able to taste is exciting.
Yes.
It's just one of those. You also mentioned that at Taste of Arcadia there may be mocktails.
Yes. We definitely have to cater to, everybody. So we'll have maybe some agua fresca or some mocktail that our bar supervisor Matt will be coming up with. So he likes to get creative in that way. So we'll bring one of our staples and then we'll bring something that comes in with the season.
I love that. I love that
because do
people
seasonal stuff.
People all love to taste different things, and then this way it's all something you can enjoy in the afternoon. And it's nice to know that you can go to the restaurant and the hotel bar and be able to order these drinks. So that's great. Speaking of having a great drink, which I'm just thinking a glass of red wine right now, as I look at the charcuterie board, or a white. I guess we could have a white too, but.
No, the charcuterie board is, again, just a staple. We've always had it. It's always generally 2 meats and 3 cheeses, which we kind of rotate throughout the year, just so that way we kind of keep it a little bit interesting. But it gets served with some Marcona almonds, a little fig jam or some fresh wildflower honey, some mixed olives, a little bit of fruit, and a couple crostinis. And definitely if you're drinking wine, I mean, what a better way to chase it down than with
a charcuterie board.
Yeah, some salty meat and some savory cheese.
It looks delicious. Trust me, that could be my meal. Just sit with that and a good friend, and it's just a great appetizer to have it. It's beautiful, by the way. So for the people that have a sweet tooth, I know you feel, well, except for the French toast. We did talk about sweet with the French toast.
Morning time.
Yeah, it's a morning. So now you've had lunch, your sweet tooth friends. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this beautiful 3-tiered dessert tray that we have?
So what we got here, it's a little bit of a mishmash. We have 2 of our, I would say, customers' favorite desserts, and then the rest is kind of filled in from our afternoon tea, which happens from Friday through Sunday. Reservations are required for that, but as long as you make a reservation, we can bring it on out for you. As many, I would believe, up to a party of 10. Mm-hmm. So starting from the bottom, what we have here, this little purple thing is a ube cheesecake, made by our pastry chef, Nayla Stevenson. Me personally, like I said before, I don't eat cheesecake, but this cheesecake is light and not sweet, so that's kind of why I like it. Not that it's not sweet to the point where it is not a dessert, but it's just
the right amount of flake. Yeah,
well balanced. Yeah, and then what we have on the other side is a flourless chocolate cake. And that speaks for itself. We give it a little cocoa powder, a few berries, and we let it speak for itself. On the second tier and the top tier is more or less what we would serve for our high tea.
Okay.
Except with our high tea, you'd get an assorted savory selections of like maybe mini sandwiches, little tarts, savory tarts, and crostinis. But what we have here is we have a s'more cup. It has a graham cracker crust on the bottom, some dark chocolate mousse, and some toasted marshmallows, and it gets served with a little chocolate straw. We have a red velvet whoopie pie that gets a little bit of a gold chocolate flake on top,
Looks
and
beautiful.
a mini key lime tart. And then to finish it off, the top layer is nothing but macaroons. So I hope you like it.
I love that. I mean, how could you not enjoy that with high tea? Now, high tea you can have in the restaurant, but I feel I've had high tea a couple times. There's also an adjacent area that you can sit in. Tess, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so high tea is on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, reservations only, because chef likes to prepare a dessert in advance. So the high tea area is right next to the Longitude 118 bar. It has floor-to-ceiling windows, has blue velvet couches. It has that whole ambiance and aesthetic feel to a high tea.
Yes.
So we always invite everybody to come and join and come and experience it for once. But some people like it, some people don't. But the whole experience is something that you can for sure have a different experience from the Langham high tea than the Meridien high tea.
Yes.
So we have a little twist and flair, more modern flair to ours. So that's what I would invite everybody to come and experience.
Well, you have to experience it. The view alone, to sit there and enjoy the view with the wonderful food, it is a great experience. So I encourage you to make your reservations now.
Yes.
We had talked about this a little bit. A drink that would be at Taste, some things. Any ideas what foods would be at Taste of Arcadia, or some menu tips?
It is going to be Taste of Arcadia is probably going to go kind of goes hand in hand with our new menu change.
Okay.
But there's also a tequila mixer that will be happening between here and there, and we might be pulling a little something off for there to kind of share with Taste of Arcadia. So that way you can kind of see what we have and keep you guys guessing to want you to come back for more.
Love that. I do love that your menu changes all the time. That part's exciting. So come, make sure you taste the things that are on the summer menu. And then tasting for Taste of Arcadia, we'll have some of the classics and the favorites, but also new things that it sounds like aren't even invented yet.
Yeah, no, they're definitely in the works. Definitely in the works.
I do love that. And then you have a tequila tasting coming up.
Yes. We're planning on a tequila social. At first it was going to be a dinner, but then we said, end of the year summer party, why not? So,
I love that.
We'll definitely be sharing the information with the chamber, but we're looking at August 22nd.
Okay, great.
6 p.m. in the event lawn. So it's we're still working out the kinks and twerks and all that stuff, but it's going to be a fun one. So we want to invite everybody to that. So I'll definitely share that information with you.
I love that.
So you could share it with everybody.
All the foodies that are out there that are getting in training to start the fall tasting events. This is something you can come to and start preparing your palate.
Summer.
I know. The best way with tequila and some great foods and some drinks.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, thank you both so much for being here. I really appreciate it. This is a phenomenal way to teach people how to taste their way through Arcadia on this wonderful podcast called Tasting Arcadia. If you have not purchased your tickets yet, now is the time to go to tasteofarcadia.com. You are able to buy your tickets for the Taste of Arcadia, which is September 21st at the beautiful Santa Anita Park. VIP entrance is at 1 o'clock, and then general entrance is at 2 p.m. So make sure you get your tickets now. There will be over 30 businesses. We're working on 40 restaurants and different tastings. So food tasting, drinks tasting is what the whole festival is about. So make sure you go to tasteofarcadia.com. Thank you both for being here, and we will see you on our next podcast, Tasting Arcadia. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.